Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Will be the new episode 1 of my Kerbal Space Program series. I took down the old episode 1 because of some technical issues, but we are back and we are better than ever. So let's go ahead and catch up where we are. So as you can see, I have several flights in progress right now. 4 to be precisely. I have Moonlander, which I spelled correctly on the second one. First steps on the moon, which is actually a flag right here, which surprisingly is my first steps on the moon, and Moonlander Mark II. So, let's go ahead and start with Moonlander. We have Jebediah over here. Let's go pay him a visit real quick. Alright, so basically, I'm not sure if you guys can see this that well with the, with the darkness on the screen here. Hopefully you can. I have Jebediah. He's pretty much stranded on the moon. His engines blew up, and he was lucky his capsule survived. I suppose you can call it luck. However, so he's pretty much going to be on the moon till the end of his days, and I can't rescue him because the engineers back at Kerbal Space Center put a parachute over his shuttle hatch. So he can't get out either. So yeah, he's basically stuck there unless we decide to press the big red blow up button back at the Space Center. And that's not where I wanted to be. Let's go ahead and look at Bill Kerman over here with the Moonlander. And now Bill Kerman is not as stranded. You can see he's got a little bit of fuel. It might just be enough to get him back into lunar orbit. I might try that a little bit later. He's able to get in and out of his capsule as he pleases, but I'm not sure I'd be able to get him back to Kerbin is the problem. Let's see if we can find Kerbin in the sky. There it is right there. So that's basically where he is. So we're going to try to get him at least into lunar orbit, I think. I'm pretty sure we're not going to press the big red blow-up button on him. We might press it on Jebediah, and Jebediah would probably somehow end up coming back. Not sure exactly how that works. And then we also have a third flight, which is our Minmus encounter that we're trying to do. And that's the Moonlander Mark II, which I don't mind keeping the name because technically Minmus is a moon of Kerbin. It's just not the moon of Kerbin. So we have Minmus here, and when we get out to here, we'll actually have a Minmus encounter. So that's what we're going to focus on today, is hopefully landing on Minmus. So let's go ahead and do a quick save where we are. Switch over to map view, and we'll try to get a little bit closer so we can plan our orbit around Minmus. And it shouldn't be too bad because and let's turn just a hair and get ready to slow down. We still have quite a ways to go. Alright, we'll start to slow down right here and do a quick save. And we'll try to plan ourselves getting into orbit. So let's add a maneuver there, and we'll retro fire until that's not what we want. That's not what we want either. Add maneuver. We will thrust retrograde. And hopefully... Oh, is that an orbit around Minmus I see? It may just be hard to tell. Very hard to tell. Let's go ahead and try to add a maneuver right here. And I may have just clicked the wrong. Gotta make sure you click the orange one, because there's also a purple one. So let's try retrograde. Oh, that was an orbit. Min-miss apoapsis. So we'll go ahead and try that. We are quick save, so we can always try again. Let's pull up our thingy there so we know when to start. Still have quite a bit of time left before we have to start our maneuver. Still over day for Bill Kerman, I do believe. Here comes Min-miss. Let's get closer to position. Start to slow down. Do a quick save right there. It doesn't look like it's going to take too much of a burn. 2, 1. Oh, we missed our mark. But let's see if we can still get into orbit from right here. It's not like it's rocket science. Oh, wait. If not, we can always quick load and try again. So let's go ahead and thrust. And hopefully this will take us to a min-miss orbit. How much gas do we have left? A little bit. Should be enough, I think. Like I said, we're trying to get into min-miss orbit. And let's go ahead and slow down quite a bit. And there we have it. We are in orbit around min-miss. Congratulations, congratulations, Bob Kerman. How much gas do you have left, Bob? I think you have enough for a landing. There is our periapsis at 50,000 meters. And nearly 2 million meters is our apoapsis, so we're definitely going to land closer to the periapsis side. Let's go ahead and delete this maneuver. And let's see if we can see min-miss from where we are. It's still going to be, is that it right? No, here it is, right here. There's min-miss. Let's do a quick save. And I'm going to try to maneuver into position. Excuse me. I'm going to try to maneuver into position, and then we'll do a... and then we'll come back right after the jump cut. So I will see you guys on the other side. Alrighty, and we are back, and we are just about in position to fire and try to land on min-miss. So let's go ahead and quick save. And we will turn our ship so we're facing in the right direction. This is barely going to take any burn at all, which is great because we need as much of the fuel as we have left as that we can get to try to land. Let's see how much fuel we actually have left. Just a little bit. But that's all the burn it really took. So let's go ahead and fast forward a little. Gotta remember we are nearly 2 million meters away, or 2,000 kilometers. Yeah, that's right. Away from min-miss, I do believe. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into this screen. And while we're here, we might as well do some science from orbit. So, let's go ahead and check a thermometer. We'll log the temperature. Temperature scan can't be done right now. I wonder why that is. Well, let's observe the mystery goo. Ooh, that's quite a bit of science. Let's go ahead and keep that. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and transmit it. We should get still a little bit out of it. About 12 maybe. 16 science added. Wonderful, wonderful. We will observe the materials bay. Ooh, 100 science. Ooh, we're going to go ahead and keep that, or transmit that, I think, because hopefully when we land on min-miss, we'll be able to get some better science out of it. Let's see if we can log the temperature now. 2 hot thermometer, display off. Log the temperature. Temperature scan can't be done right now. Toggle display. Okay, so since for some reason, whatever reason, we can't do any more science, let's go ahead and get a little bit closer. Let's quick save right there. And try to get closer to slow down. Alright, we're still about 60 kilometers away. Let's go ahead and turn like a so. And get us a little bit closer. Let's get within about, I would say, right there. I'm starting to get a little bit nervous. We'll turn on our lights and start to burn ever so slightly retrograde to where we are. And what we're going to try to do right now is completely halt our momentum in the direction we're going. That way we can fall straight down to the surface. And the reason I have my lights on is because I want to be able to see when I start to get really close to the ground. That is pretty important because I need to try to be going less than, I think, about 10 meters a second. My landing gear should be able to absorb everything from there. But like I said, I am trying to halt my momentum, and it should come to a halt. And we should see the retrograde marker start to go really quickly towards the top center of the blue sphere. We can see that has started to happen, and we're going to try not to go in the other direction. You just saw it flip right there. And now when we start to fall again ever so slightly, we will the retrograde will come almost straight back to the top. So I think we're doing okay. Let's go ahead and quick save from right there because I think we are at pretty much the exact approach we want to be at. And hopefully one of my main issues with this game is it's very, very difficult to see exactly how close you are to the planet. I wish there was some sort of measurement up here where you could see your relation to the surface below you instead of let's go ahead and drop our landing gear. Instead of sea level, I guess it would be, or whatever the equivalent would be on a waterless body, celestial body. So yeah, there is that. Pardon me, I'm still trying to get my microphone placement just right so that we can avoid as much of the feedback as possible. Let's go ahead and drop this to a slow. Starting to go too fast in the wrong direction again. And as soon as I see the lights on the ground, I'll know it's really, really close to time to land. Trying to take it as slow as possible here. This is quite intensive. You have to be very, very patient with these landings. I really wish there was a way we could speed it up. I could jump cut, but I want to make sure you guys are in the whole thing with me. I do wish there was a way, you know, I'm not a very patient person by nature, so this is kind of it's a little bit tough for me to be able to slow down and do, you know, landings like this. But that's a good thing. Gotta be able to stop and focus on things every once in a while. Bob Curran has the crazy look in his eyes. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, we're starting to see the lights. Whoop, too fast. Just trying to maintain this velocity. We're doing great. We're doing great, Bob. You're doing an outstanding job. Not sure exactly how far away from mid-miss surface we are, but we can see the light, so that tells us we're getting pretty close. Yeah, it's just really hard to tell where you are in relation to the body you're trying to land on sometimes. And that's really my only issue with the game. If you were looking at this retrograde, it looks like we're drifting, but I really don't think we are drifting that much. Not beyond the boundaries of reasonability. We are almost touched down now. I do apologize if you can hear my neighbors outside. Oops, we seem to be drifting straight sideways at this point, so I am going to try to halt some of that momentum. Whoops. We are almost touched down now. I think it's going to be a successful landing. I get really nervous at this part. We do have quite a bit of horizontal momentum, but I think we'll be okay. Let's see if we can't just get a little... Woo! There we go. I think that's exactly what we wanted to do. So now all we have to do is let it drop to the surface ever so slightly. Oh, okay. Whew. We're good. We're good. We're on the surface. We're on the surface of Min-Miss. Bob Kerman, you are the first Kerbal knot on Min-Miss. There is Kerbin over there. There's home. Wave hi, Bob. Your brothers are, I believe, I want to say that's the moon right there. Can't be 100% sure though. Your brothers Bill and Jebediah are over there, Bob. And Jebediah's still got the crazy eyes for some reason. So let's go ahead and start some science. Oops, excuse me. Let's get a temperature reading. We'll go ahead and keep that data for the moment. If we have to transmit it back, we will. Try not to have to do that. Let's observe the materials bay. 125 science, but we'd only get to keep 20% if we don't go back to Min-Miss. So let's go ahead and try to keep that. Where's the mystery goo? Observe the mystery goo. 50 science. We'd get to keep about 20 of that if we end up going back. So we'll go ahead and keep that. We want to try to keep all the science we can. Now let's get our crew report. I should have gotten one from orbit too. 25 science, but we can get 100% of that, so there's no reason not to transmit that. And I think that may be it for all the science we need. So let's go ahead and see if we can do a quick save. And let's get Bob onto the surface of Min-Miss. And he may also be the first Kerbal knot to make it home after a landing. So that is exciting. Let's do this. Let's do this also. Ooh. All right. Put your stuff away. Step into the light. Ooh, almost no gravity here on Min-Miss. He can barely walk around. Let's see what kind of hops he has. I think we might have just launched ourselves into orbit. And he can jump a long way. Let's get you into the light, Bill. And I think that's going to be our screenshot. What kind of battery life are we looking at? Let's go ahead and do a screenshot. I think that's going to be the thumbnail for the video. So we are on Min-Miss. Let's back out just a little bit. I think we'll plant the flag right over in this direction. Alright, that should be good. Try not to get too far away. I do believe it's nighttime here on Minmus. I don't see the sun. Oh, there's the moon there. I just saw it. Where did it go? I know, I just saw it. Oh well, doesn't matter. We are on Minmus, so... Oops. Let's take that off. Let's plant the flag. Let's call it, as soon as he plants it, we will call it First Steps on Minmus. First Steps on Minmus. Take that, Jebediah. Okay. Now let's take a surface sample. The surface seems to consist of tiny crystal-like grains. Very pretty, probably not edible. Good to know. Not edible. And let's do an EVA report. You feel a bit like a superhero when you jump into low gravity. So let's go ahead and keep that data also. So, I think that's going to be it for Minmus at the moment. He's got his jetpack in his hands. Let's go ahead and fly. Hopefully we can get him into the capsule without too much of an issue. This way. At least he can get out of the capsule, not like Jebediah, that crazy guy. Whoops. Ouchies. Ouchies. Get in there, Bob. Tend to forget his name sometimes. Whoop. Let's do that. Grab it. Grab. And grab. And board. Alright, so we're back in the capsule. We'll do a quick save. And now we're going to try to get off of Minmus, which shouldn't be too much trouble. Let's just go ahead and crank it up. And we'll track the landing gear. Let's take a look at the map. Oh, that should be plenty. Like I said, you can basically jump and get off of Minmus. As you can see, we're already at an apoapsis of about 40,000 meters, or 40 kilometers. Let's get a little bit closer. Right now we are going to turn prograde. Actually, let's turn towards the horizon and just fire. Just barely fire. Apparently I turned the wrong way, but that's okay too. We don't have too much fuel left, so hopefully we're able to do this the way I want to do it. Let's go ahead and cut our fuel off there. Let's see if we can get back into Kerbal orbit from here without having to add too much more of a maneuver. Ooh, it looks like we'd go into the sun's orbit if we go that way. There we go, Kerbal orbit. Right there. Let's see how small we can make that orbit. Still 7 million meters away from the planet. Oh, that's a much better orbit. Let's go for that. Let's go ahead and turn our ship to where we're trying to face the right direction. We only have to burn a little bit, it looks like. So let's go ahead and speed up. Well, let's do a quick save. Let's go ahead and speed up until we get to where we need to be so we can start our burn. I think we can get Bob home. And if we can get Bob home, that will be amazing because we'll get lots of science from this. So much science. Oops. Let's see, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes. Oh, what the heck just happened? Did I just blow up Bob? Uh-oh. What's going on here? I just crashed into... Oh, I know what I did. Quick load. I just crashed into Minmus. Yikes. Let's go back to the map screen. Alright, let's add a maneuver here. We'll burn prograde just a little bit. No, retro... Well... Let's do... Whoops. Let's go ahead and delete that maneuver. We'll add a maneuver here. Oh, I can't believe we blew up Bob. Whoops, wrong button. No, I want to burn retrograde. Oop. And right there. Nah, that's too risky. Let's do a maneuver here maybe. Burn prograde. Let's do one of those, and that looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and pull up our stuff and try to get into position. About 10 minutes. Six minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Alright, this time we're not going to blow Bob up. Complete accident, by the way. Totally didn't mean to do that. At least you're not stuck on another celestial body, Bob, like your brothers. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start a burn here. It's not going to take too... it's a little more of a burn than I would like, given the amount of fuel I have. But, let's go ahead and start it. I think we'll be okay, though. Let's just try to keep our line on the blue dot. And let's slow down. And we're waiting. There we go. And right about there should be good. Alright, so let's see where our actual periapsis ended up. We can delete this maneuver. Kerbal periapsis is at 21 million meters. So let's go ahead and get into orbit around Kerbal. And then we'll do a quick save from there. Let me know if I have any viewers out there, all of my viewers. If you guys like to see this long thought out stuff, or if you'd rather see me quick jump between calculations and between landings and takeoffs and stuff like that, and only show the exciting stuff. Do you guys like to see this stuff too? Okay. So we are in orbit around Kerbal. So let's see if we can, how close we can get our periapsis there. Let's do a retro burn. Oop, what was that? That was a lunar encounter, I do believe. Yeah. We could do a flyby. Whoops, let's keep going retrograde. Lunar encounter, let's try to get past that. Ooh, looks like we're gonna run into the moon no matter where we go here. How close would that be? 5 million? I want to get really, really close is the thing. That's close, but I'd like to get within 30,000 meters if I can. Getting closer. Too close, maybe? Ooh. There we go, right there should be perfect. So let's go ahead and quick save right there. And try to get into position. And if I do this right, I shouldn't need to do any more burns. We're getting close. And let's go ahead and slow down our time just a hair, speed it back up. Don't want to get too far away. The estimated burn is 2 seconds, but I don't think that's right. So we're going to go ahead and burn right here. Got a little bit of gas left. Well, it's not too much of a burn, actually. It's going to go better than I thought. I got to trust this right here because it's doing all that crazy moon encounter stuff over there. And make sure we're following the blue dot here. And right there, let's see how close is our periapsis at that point. We want to get it within 30,000 meters if we can. Alright, let's go ahead and delete this maneuver. That way we can just see the periapsis over there. Right there, that should be good. We should be able to air brake from there. And we still have plenty of fuel in case we just needed, and just in case we need to do another burn, so we're doing great. So let's go ahead and whoop. First thing we need to do is quick save right there. And hopefully, if this all works out well, we can get Bob Kerman back home. That's what I'm most excited about. It should slow me down automatically once I start to get really close. Okay, here we go. It should aero brake. So let's see how well this works out. We are now within 40,000 meters. 50,000. 44,000. And we should start to see, yeah, we're starting to see the drag we want to see now. Which is good. I'm not sure. We may have to go another round. Yeah, we're starting to rise again. But our periapsis is continuing to fall. So it looks like we're going to have to do one more round around Kerbal, at least. Wish I could speed up time a little bit more. But our periapsis is now down to 33. So I may actually do a burn when I get a little bit closer to this side. Try to get it maybe within 25,000. Somewhere between 25,000 and 30. How high am I now? I should be able to speed up time a little bit more. Excuse me. And we will slow down in 3, 2, 1. Back to 1 times speed. And we'll find our retrograde. Too fast. We'll find our retrograde. And we'll go ahead and see if we can't get the periapsis to about 28,000, I think. Right there. So let's speed it up. It'll slow me down once I start to get close. And let's head this way. Try to get 4. And keep an eye on our map, because I think we're going to go in for a landing this time. I probably should have quick saved when I was still over on this side, but... Okay. Yeah, we're definitely landing on this go around. Hopefully. Yeah, we're going to land here. It's going to be pretty good. Let's go ahead and go to 1 times speed so that we can control the landing as best we can. Let's go ahead and burn to try to burn off as much of the velocity as we can. We don't have that much gas left. Bob Kerman's been in space for 8 days. He's kind of cranky. straight up and down landing, just like on Minmus. Not sure if we have enough fuel to quite kill all the momentum we had, but it's working pretty well. You can see our arc is basically down to nothing now. And we're still burning, so we can probably go ahead at this point and ditch that. And then I think, I'm really hoping this works. I think when we get below 10,000 meters, we should be able to deploy our chutes and not have too much of an issue. So let's go ahead and, well, we have a lot of parachutes. Let's go ahead and deploy. And we'll go ahead and speed up time, because at this point there's nothing we can do. If we crash, we're going to crash. Bob looks really nervous. He looks really, really nervous. Hopefully the parachutes hold. I've had them break before. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob. Eee, no! What happened? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bob, I'm so sorry. That was not good. Oh my gosh, that was not good. Dang, we're quick saved way out here. Maybe I should go for a slower descent. I don't know what happened. That shouldn't have happened. Let's go ahead and speed up our time. We're going to try basically the same technique. The arrow brake the first time. Oh my gosh. That was so disappointing. I'm not entirely sure why that happened. I had plenty of parachutes. Oh yeah, you can see. It's happening a little bit differently this time. But it's starting to slow down now. I think the altitude may be rising again. It is, which is fine. Oh, Bob. What happened, Bob? Where are we at now? See if I can go any faster. I had plenty of parachutes. Maybe I'll stage the parachutes in 2 different stages this time. Yeah, let's go ahead and prepare for that. Let's try that. Let's do these parachutes in 1 stage. This 2. So that one, those 2 can come down, and I think this one can come down, and then we'll launch those ones at 10,000. Try to slow us down, and hopefully, let's do a quick save there. And hopefully, we need to get Bob Kerman back home. It's going to slow us down to 1 times. And this time, let's not do a retro burn. Maybe that'll help us out going in sideways. I'm not sure what happened with poor Bob, but that last time. But we need to definitely make sure we land on curb, and we're too close to not be able to. You can see our periapsis is falling. Yeah, there's no way we're coming back and out into orbit this time. Check our altitude over here. Yeah, we're coming in for a landing pretty darn quick. Let's face retrograde. Then maybe once we get below the atmosphere this time, we'll do a burn. Or by below the atmosphere, I mean below the thin part. Once we get into the thick part of the atmosphere, we'll do a nice steady burn, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we are in. Let's go ahead and slow down. Face retrograde. And we'll go ahead and do our burn. Might be able to do a landing. What am I above? Am I above water? Oh, I'm above solid ground. That may be a good thing. This is pretty crazy. If I can do a landing on Kerbin, that would be like the coolest thing ever. I think we'll run out of fuel before then, though. Let's see. We should. There's no reason we wouldn't. No, our lights are still on. I didn't even notice that. How much battery do we have left, I wonder? Still fully charged. We're almost out of fuel. This next burn is going to finish it. And hopefully, Bob will be able to land this time. Come on, Bob, don't die. Yes! Thank you. We have, ooh, I hate it when that happens. Oops, we're not blowing up, are we? Okay, good. We still have a little bit left, so let's go ahead and get Bob back on the solid ground. He should do just fine from this point. Oh, he was waving at us. Bob's happy. Oh, Bob, you're the first Kerbal Knight to land on a foreign... What did I just lose? What did I just lose? Lost my RCS. Oh my gosh. I lost my mystery goo. Dang it. That's okay though. It's okay, I think we still got plenty of science from it. So let's go ahead and recover the vessel. Oh, we did so well today. We landed on Minmus. We got 402 science out of that, so we can unlock lots of stuff now. That's outstanding. Like I said, we landed on Minmus, and we made it back from Minmus. That's more than we can say about our moon compadres. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a blast. And, yeah, that's going to be it for the episode. Remember, this is your friend TrickMan01. Thank you so much for watching again. Please leave a like. If you really like my videos, be sure to subscribe. I do this. I do Minecraft. I'm going to add some other games in soon. I enjoy doing this so much with you guys. And that's going to be it. So thank you so much for watching one more time. I know I said that like 18 times, but I can't express it enough. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.